You're listening to OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio, broadcast live from Studio A at SUNY Old Westbury campus in Old Westbury, New York.
Welcome to the second episode of a new show here on OWWR, Old Westbury Web Radio, called OWWR Spotlight, focused on the student athletes of Old Westbury. Being a student athlete comes with a lot of work and hardships that many can understand. With this show, we hope to dive deep into the insights of athletes in and out of games. I'm Muhamed Doucoure, joined alongside Joshua Wilson, and today we are here with the dynamic duo of the Skyline Conference, Henrik A. Ropstad and James Ackermann, two students here on the Panthers men's soccer team. Thank you for joining us today. Starting off with Henrik. Henrik is a sophomore here at Old Westbury and plays the forward position for his team. I want to start off by asking you, what started your passion for soccer and what made you become a Panther?
So we have to go way back then.
Yep.
Started maybe like kindergarten. Growing up in the area I grew up in Norway, we had like soccer fields all around, and like a local soccer field we just went to after school, and during kindergarten, I think it started during kindergarten, like going there with our kindergarten, playing soccer, having fun, and then when we started elementary school, we kept going there after school, during weekends, vacations, everything, and I think that's where it started. And second question, to be a Panther, I think it started with the area, like Long Island. I think it's a attractive place. Living close to New York and all that was a cool experience, and that's why I ended up here.
So I wanted to jump in there. You said you're from Norway.
I am.
What was that like?
I don't think it's too big of a difference. Of course, the climate is different,
Right?
and the soccer is different. I mean, growing up there is I think everyone has kind of similar lifestyle growing up.
Right.
Having a family.
So like when it came to soccer, like fields were just all around. Like you could just go up the street, you'll find a soccer field, could play.
Exactly.
It's funny because in the city, it's kind of like that with basketball. You could just go up the street, see a basketball court, play in the park. So
you see, in Norway we don't play basketball. Like no one plays. So that's why more people play European handball or soccer.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna pass it off to Muhamed again.
Yeah, just being an athlete, athletes always have favorite players. Do you have a favorite player, and do you happen to model your game after anybody?
Growing up, I had a favorite player who was named Yaya Toure. He played for Barcelona and Manchester City. He was from Ivory Coast, just a midfielder, big guy, low key like me. But he was a midfielder. I'm a striker, so many people think I look like Haaland.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And plays like I have a lot of similarities with Haaland when I'm playing. So yeah, I try to look at his game and see how he plays, and it works good for now.
So you use your body a lot?
Yeah, I do. I'm a physical guy.
So what measures do you take before any game just to stay in shape?
I mean, I try to rest, get some treatment, because I'm a big guy. I use my body a lot when I'm playing. And that makes my body hurts, and people are going at me, like tackling me hard, and I'm in a lot of challenges which make my body hurts, and I have to get treatment for that. So rest good and get treatment and everything I need.
Yeah, so last year coming in, you were a freshman and you led your team in scoring, and this year you're on track to do the same thing as well. Were you always set up to finish plays, or do you just find yourself in the position to score?
I mean, I like to score goals. That's my favorite thing. Some people may like to drink and the feeling when you're drinking. Someone likes the feeling when you score goals, and that's me. maybe Ak is different, but I like to score goals and have fun with scoring goals. So I do everything I can to score goals.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in. So you were a freshman leading the team and scoring. So do you think your past experience playing soccer growing up, you think that led to that? You think that contributed to that?
Yeah, probably. I always been a goal scorer, I think. Big guy, I'm fast, so, and I've always been taller than the other guys. So growing up when I was 15, 16, I was bigger than the other guys. Could use that to like get an advantage to score more goals. And I'm still a big guy, and I know how to use my body, and it works. It still works.
Yeah, and just for like the viewer's perspective, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5", wow. And how much you weigh?
220.
220, yeah. Big guy. Yeah, and last year, like I was saying, you had 8 goals and 2 assists. And this year so far, you have 11 goals and 5 assists. So you're passing the ball. Well, you're getting a lot more assists than last year. So what did you do this offseason to contribute to that?
I went back to Norway during the summer. I was playing at a decent level. So coming back here, I feel like it's a different level, different type of soccer. And every time I play, I feel like I'm developing my game and getting to know everyone and everything better. And also this year we have a better team. It's easier for me to score goals and to assist people. But yeah.
Yeah, and you said you went to Norway this offseason, I would say. So do you think that this level of soccer is a bit easier than Norway?
I wouldn't say easier. I would say different. In Norway, it's more tactical, which is fine. It's fine. But here, it's more physical, and that suits me because I'm a big guy. As I said, I use my body. That's my big strength. So when I get to use my body, I'm playing better, and I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, and just moving more towards the team side of things, the men's soccer coach, John Doucoure, he's been here around 6 years. What are your thoughts on his coaching, and how would you say that's different from Norway?
It's a different type of coaching, a different view on soccer in Norway and in Europe in general. I think you think about more passing, more playing out from the back, but over here it's more running, more kick and run. I would say, which you grow up with. The kick and run part, and then you're getting into youth soccer and you play more. But now I feel like we're back to, in the US, I feel like I'm back to like the roots, like kick and run. And that suits me too. And
people like to say like European coaches, they're a lot more aggressive and like I guess more passionate. Do you agree?
I played both clubs and college here. And yeah, I think so. I think the coaches in Europe are more active, like in games. But I mean, it has its advantages with both styles. And for me personally, it may have worked better with Coach Doucoure's style versus the European style. And
in your last game, Saturday afternoon, the Panthers took their worst loss yet, losing 6-1 against Merchant Marine Academy. What did you see in that game that stood out to you?
I mean, that was a hard game. Merchant Marine is, of course, they're really fit. Because they started their preseason in June. But of course, we should have played better. During first half, it was a close game. But during halftime, we got some tactics we should have used better. They got the third or fourth goal beginning second half, and everything we just stopped playing soccer.
So prior to that loss, you guys actually took a W in Brooklyn over at Mount St. Vincent. What was that game like on the road?
Mount St. Vincent is on Saturday. We played against Brooklyn.
But
St. Joseph, Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The game before, you guys took a W.
Yeah.
That was a road win, right? How was that like playing on the road and just, you feel like competitive energy on the road? You might have some animosity towards the crowd or...
Yeah. yeah, I feel like we like to travel, we like to play. We're a social team. Everyone is really social, and we have a lot of fun when we travel and get that bus ride. I feel like we're already warming up in the bus and preparing for the game. And we played a really good game, won 6-0, and we could rest some players, which we did think was going to help us this Saturday. It did not. But yeah, those games are important for both our stats and our confidence in the conference.
Yeah, and does the coach or team want to make any adjustments for your next game against Mount St. Vincent this Saturday?
Yesterday we were running a lot in practice, so I think they want to change that for us to run more and to challenge harder. I mean, we play a team who hasn't been beaten this year, Mount St. Vincent. They're 8-0-2, I think. So they seem pretty good, but I think we can beat anyone this year because we have a really good team. So yeah.
Yeah. So would you say your last loss was contributed to stamina issues?
It could be. This Merchant Marine team, like they can kick and run in a better way because they can run for however many minutes they want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Panthers are 5-7 right now. Where do you see the Panthers' record being before the playoffs?
Oh, I think we have 4 more games, 9-7 then.
9-7.
Yeah, we're gonna play Mount St. Vincent. It's a real good team, but I think they can suit us because we have a team who can fight a lot in small fields, and Mount St. Vincent's field is small. And then we play another 3 teams we can beat, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I know athletes, they like to feed off the crowd and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you compare the Panthers' home crowd against maybe Norway's home crowd or just wherever else you've ever played?
Of course, it depends on the game.
Mm-hmm.
I played a national championship game in Norway. That was good, but we had some games over here, which been really fun. Farmingdale last year. And it was our homecoming game this year. That was really fun to play because people actually came to the field and watched us play, and were celebrating our goals, and that really creates an atmosphere which is fun to play in.
All right, we'll be back. Follow us on X, Snapchat, and Instagram at OWWR_NY. That's at OWWR_NY for OWWR Spotlight.
This is OWWR Panthers on the Spotlight. I'm here with Henrik, and I just wanted to ask a question. I've been wondering, what do you see in a defense when you know it's going to be an easy game?
Ooh, every game, I'm going in thinking I'm going to score this game. I'm going to score a goal, and if I know the defense is weak, I feel like it gives me more energy. Because I feel like, this game I'm going to score plenty of goals, and maybe it's probably not going to be like that, but my energy is more up, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there's when we play a good defense, I'm like, I'm going to turn on, I'm going to play hard, I'm going to be a prick.
Yeah, no. Just what did you see in that Merchant Marine Academy game? Were you able to score that game?
Yeah, I scored a goal.
Oh, you were the lone scorer, I think.
Yeah.
So just what do you see from that defense that you think made it harder for your team to win?
Ooh, I think it's all the way from the back to the front.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we have the ball, they're good into pressure. Their forwards are pressing our defenders hard, which makes it hard to play out from the back.
Yeah.
And then in the midfield, there's a fight, and Merchant Marine are fighting maybe even more than us, and that makes it hard for our midfield. And then we probably have to get more people in the midfield, and then I'm suddenly alone at the top, and playing one against 4 defenders is pretty hard.
Yeah, so I mean, athletes, they like to say just being successful, you have to have some type of ego. Do you think you have an ego?
I think if I'm through on the goal with a goalkeeper and I have a team player on my side, I'm gonna shoot.
I mean, you're the striker.
I'm a striker. I like to score goals.
Yeah, and would you say the Panthers are more offensive orientated or defensive orientated?
This year we're offensively. Last year we were awesome defensively, but we struggled scoring goals. But this year we're awesome offensively, not so much defensively. That's maybe something you can ask the goalkeeper Ackermann.
And why do you think is the reason for the defense like taking a little hit?
I mean, we had our back last year was seniors.
And I guess they all graduated.
Yeah, and they were really good players, and we had a goalkeeper, Andy Chacho, who's not eligible because of his grades.
I actually wanted to dive into that. So, is less seniors? Is there more freshmen on the team?
We have one senior this year.
One senior. Any like newcomers on the team?
We have
teammates that you got to adjust to?
I think we have 14 freshmen this year, so it's a whole new team, and people need to adapt to the college soccer because it's something else in high school, and yeah.
Yeah, and just like you said, you lost all seniors. What was it like, and who's taking the helm?
I mean, we still have one out of the captains last year, but of course someone needs to step up. Both me and James were captains this year.
Congrats!
Thank you. With Ashel Bernal and Jeffrey, we're 4 captains this year, and so we're some people who really loves this team and program, who tries our best to behave like captains or something like that. But we need other people too. Yeah,
and just what are the responsibilities of being captain besides like, do you guys go up to the ref and like do coin tosses, or that's not soccer?
Well, I haven't done it yet.
I mean, I guess you could talk too. I mean, you can answer that.
Well, I'm kind of like freshly into the whole captain thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of came about the other day, so I've yet to be a game as a captain yet. But off of that, pretty much. I mean, yeah, you guys go up there.
Yeah, we have a responsibility to talk to the ref, to control the game, so like it's not too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make our players behave, and we have a I don't know, we can talk more to our coach in a different way, maybe. But that's something we have deserved because how we behaved as non-captains and how we spoke as non-captains. So I think either way, as a captain or a non-captain, I think you have a responsibility to behave in a certain way or talk in a certain way.
All right. And James, you just said that being a captain is new to you. How did that come about?
I think it all just kind of started with like, I feel like I show a lot of leadership to this team, and, like a lot of pride, because I'm a very passionate person towards like my team and the game itself. And so I just feel like, my coach realized that, because I was here last year too, but I was the backup, so I didn't really have much like to do. But I just feel like I've always been like kind of like a leader, I feel like, and I feel like my coach, he really saw that in me, and he decided, just the other day, he kind of introduced the team like telling like the whole other captain. So once again, it's a great honor, and I'm excited to really be looked at as that, and be in a bit of like control. And once again, it's like it's exciting. So I'm excited to be doing that.
That's great. I'm gonna pass it off to Muhamed.
Yeah, and just what needs to change from the team as a outside perspective before the playoffs, you think?
I would just say, I mean, we go over pretty often. I would just say it's a lot of practice intensity. I would definitely say that, because we have a lot of kids, like once again, it's fun playing a sport. It's not going to be serious 100% of the time, and you're going to have fun. You're going to have time to do this and that. But Yeah, I would just say the intensity, because we've had a couple weeks where we had a couple rough practices, and then we go into the game and we get a bad result. So it depends a lot about that and how we just come out. So I just think it's just the intensity's got to be up a little bit, and I feel like everyone's got to realize what's up for grabs.
Yeah, and just like, what would you rate the team's chemistry?
I would say it's pretty good. From the start of preseason, once again welcoming a whole bunch of freshmen, which we did the same thing last year. It's not the craziest adjustment for like a lot of the guys that have been here. So I would say the chemistry is good. We go out pretty often, just to go hang out, do stuff, go get food. So it's pretty good. And in the locker room, it's also well. We hang out a lot after practice, before practice. So it's a good bond that we got going.
And we have to give a shout out to PG10. Which helps our chemistry go up.
PG10, is his name Patrick?
No, PG10 is Bar.
Oh, that's my. And just you're also a sophomore. Last year you were a freshman. Just what was that change like for you?
I just feel like it's a little bit more like responsibilities, because once again, having this many freshmen come in, it's like kind of like a leadership thing for myself now. It's like I know my coaches can trust me in like the leadership part of this, and I just kind of had to step up a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just to really get these kids all in check. Make sure like you guys are still freshmen. Like you had to get new to all this stuff and get used to it. So it was just it was more that I just had to step up a little bit, but nothing crazy, because I still have guys like Henrik and Ash that are next to me that are doing the same thing. So
yeah, and both you guys were freshmen last year. So like, what was that like? Did you guys have good mentorship?
Yeah, I would say so, because we had like the back line, as we said, they were all pretty much seniors, and they definitely brought a different type of game that we needed in us, and they definitely welcomed us to it pretty quick, and they were great players and also great leaders, and they taught us the ropes, and we got to hold on to that and carry it on to the next team.
Yeah. And that's some responsibility the captain has. There's a Norwegian expression called "pinnekjøtt hos Håkon," which means like pick up your glove. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, and you guys have a lot of freshmen on your team, so you might have to. I mean, do they play a lot? The freshmen, you would say?
Yeah, we have actually a pretty good amount of them do. They do get a lot of minutes, so.
Yeah, and being a freshman, it comes with a lot of challenges. Like, how do you uplift them through obstacles?
It's a lot of confidence and just talking them into it, because there's of course you're not gonna have like a great game every single game, or you're gonna mess up here and there, and it's just the way you pick them up after that. So just the way you go about that, and just making sure their heads are always up and just focus on the next play is pretty much how you got to go out with that.
Yeah, and just being injured, would you say like your captain responsibilities got even more higher?
I would say yeah. It's definitely frustrating. And it's just the fact of, I still got to show up to practice, even though I can't participate. I still got to, keep them in check, make sure everything's going good, make sure equipment's there, make sure everything's brought back, and make sure everyone's just in check pretty much. And it's not that hard, because, they're good kids, and, they listen, and they know what to do. So definitely makes my life a little easier.
Mm-hmm. And just a question for Henrik, just how would you compare last year's offense to this year's offense?
I feel like we're more people up top now. Last year it was me, and we had another striker, but he often fell down and played like a midfielder. And so this year we have a lot of good wingers, and we have more people up front who can score goals and give me assists.
So would you say they're just is better? You guys have better dribblers this year?
Yeah, I think so. We have people who likes to take a challenge and dribble people, and give good crosses.
And just how would you compare the shooting from your teammates last year compared to now?
It's way better. We score more goals this year. Last year we had the problem that we didn't score goals, but this year we have a lot of people who score goals, and we score. I think we have 29 goals now, and I think that's decent. But to go out to playoffs, we need more goals.
Yeah, so you would just say the offense is more balanced.
It is, absolutely.
And would you say the offense is focused more towards you finishing plays, or just whoever's available?
To be honest, I feel like last year we had more focus on playing to me. This year we have focus to get the ball in front of the goal and someone to score goals. And I'm glad I'm often there.
I mean, yeah, being that sole person look towards for goals could just get tiring, right?
It could, but when you like to score goals and you actually score goals, it just helps. It makes me more hungry.
And just, what would you say? What was your most challenging game this season?
This season, except Merchant Marine, I think Farmingdale was a tight game and a game we should have won.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a hard fight against Farmingdale.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a hard game, and we were tired, and they scored in the last 5 minutes, and that's hard mentally.
Yeah. And what would you say was your best game? Because I know you've scored 2 in a lot of games. No hat tricks yet?
No hat tricks yet. I'm waiting for that. I scored a hat trick on 18th of October last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it comes this year too against Mount St. Vincent. Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come sometime. But my best game so far, maybe Maritime or Yeshiva.
Yeshiva. Yeah, I don't think they're the best soccer team. I don't think so.
They are not.
All right, well, stay tuned. Remember, you can follow us on X, Instagram, Snapchat. That's at OWWR and Y. That's at OWWR and Y. Stay tuned for OWWR Spotlight, Panthers on the Prowl.
Welcome back to OWWR Panthers on the Prowl. I'm here with James Ackermann, and James, you're Old Westbury's sophomore goalkeeper, and you've only been able to play 4 games this season, but you had 17 saves in that span, and you've only allowed 8 goals as well. What would you say is the reason for that?
Simple as my defense, pretty much. You know, they've stepped up really, really big, and them being young, it takes a lot of courage for them to do that. So I can't do anything without them. So I gotta fully thank them for that one.
Yeah, like I asked Henrik, just what was the moment you felt comfortable as a Panther?
I would say really the start of the season. Like I walked in and like I knew I was expected to show a lot of like leadership, and that like really made me feel comfortable. You know, I felt like a good leader. I felt confident in myself and the team as a whole. So that's definitely when I started feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and did you get to play at all your freshman year?
My freshman year, I think I played. I think it was 1 game, and it was against 5 towns, and we tied 2-2. So that was my own little action last year.
So just coming in this season, did you have any doubt at all that you might not be able to play, and did that cause like any, I guess, frustration or maybe plans to move?
You know, I talked to like the coach and a couple of the guys, because I was kind of unsure if I wanted to come back this year, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I play basketball also, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do or move schools or go somewhere else with that. But at the end of the day, I just felt like this was like a spot to be for now, and you know, I just want to build off this, and because once again, like we have a lot of talent and opportunities, so definitely wanted to stay here and give it a try.
So you said you play basketball on the side. What's that about?
So actually, like growing up, basketball is my main sport, pretty much like my whole entire life. And then I only started playing soccer in 8th grade. That was starting me playing soccer. So pretty much basketball my whole life, and I was kind of like I just wasn't recruited properly. That's what it is.
Right. So would you say that you're more competitive on the basketball side, or is it more just something to keep you active?
I would say I'm pretty competitive when it comes to basketball still, you know. So I'm still pretty active. I play in the summer a lot with my friends, and even like now, you know, I'm still playing a lot. So it's definitely, but once again, that being competitive all my life in basketball, it's brought the competitive side of me in soccer as well. So definitely helps.
That's great.
Yeah, and just so you ever had any plans being a dual athlete? I mean, the Panthers, they have a basketball team.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I currently plan on playing on the basketball team after soccer season wraps up. So hopefully that'll go well, and I'll be successful over there too. That'd be awesome.
Look forward to interviewing you for basketball.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like is that a promise from the coach, or is there tryouts, or
So over the summer, I have one of my coaches from when I was in high school. He's pretty good friends with Coach Tomlin now, as the basketball coach, and he kind of like put in a word for me. And I spoke to him a little bit last year too, but we didn't get too far because I was a freshman. I was trying to just adjust to the whole college scene as a whole. So I kind of like just did soccer and kind of did a lot of school. I was just trying to adjust to everything. And now this year, I feel pretty comfortable and spoke to him about it. So we kind of just agreed on the fact that, after the soccer season, I'm going to go out there, kind of have like a tryout, I guess, for a couple of days, see how I do, and see if I could hang over there with those guys too.
And just being a freshman last year, now you're a sophomore, now you're a captain. What would you say were the biggest changes this summer?
A lot of stuff in the off season, pretty much what it was. It was just a lot of, the sessions that we had. We tried to host as many sessions as we can at whatever field we could find or available for all the guys. It's close because we got guys from Nassau, Suffolk, a couple guys that are even from out of state, 3 of them that aren't even in the country. So we tried our best to just kind of do like the sessions in the summer and keep the guys tight and do stuff pretty often, which, worked out well. And then going into preseason, same thing. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, and just what are some ways you're able to boost the team's morale? You're the goalkeeper. I feel like I would say it's sort of your duty, I think.
Yeah, no, I would say it's once again, it's a lot of confidence and keeping the guys' heads up. Because once again, when the ball goes past me, it's a goal for the other team. So it's a big confidence thing on myself too. But I have to kind of take my energy that I have and give it out to everyone else on the field and make sure I'm talking to them, make sure they know what they're doing, make sure they know where they are. So it's definitely a big responsibility. But I do like pressure, I must say. So I like working around it. I like working with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you ever find that confidence dwindling, or is it always at an all-time high?
Honestly, it depends. Because once again, I've had 1 or 2 rough games so far this season, and the confidence. It's a big mental game, especially as a goalie. It's a super mentally challenging position. So you just kind of got to work your way around it. You got to remember, not everyone's perfect. On the field, there's going to be mistakes that happen, and you just kind of have to remember that too. Like it's not always completely your fault, but you have to reflect a little bit, see what went wrong, and just got to keep your head up, pretty much. That's all it is.
Yeah, and just something interesting I saw while looking at the team's stats. You guys seem to have 4 goalkeepers. What's up with that?
Yeah, so what happened was our other starter, Paul, he had a problem with his leg. He's an issue with like his leg calf going on right now, so we're uncertain with what's going on with him. And then we have me, who was behind him, who I bruised my ribs, so I'm out for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then behind him, we have this kid, Verdant. He's a freshman. He came from Dubai, actually. And, yeah, he's solid. He's holding it down right now. His last 3-4 games, he's been the one playing. And then also with him is a kid, Martino, who's from Italy. And they've been splitting time here and there. But it's been mostly Verdant. But, Martino's comes in and he serves his purpose. Like, he does all of us work together at practice, and we're always getting the job done because the goalie union, we're together as one too. So we're always cheering on each other and supporting, talking to each other because that's what we got to do.
Yeah, and just about that rib. So you've been injured. How did that come to be?
So it actually happened in the first conference game against Mount St. Mary's. I actually bobbled the ball. It's my own mistake pretty much, but so I bobbled the ball and it came out. So I dove back on it. And a kid, pretty much, he went to go kick the ball and he got the ball and he got my rib. So, yeah, no, definitely, that one was a rough pain to deal with, but hopefully get over it soon.
Yeah. And just like, what has that recovery been like?
Yeah, I've just been doing the basic stuff. It's just like a lot of like stim, ice and heat, like painkillers here and there, whatever. Just trying everything to see what'll work because it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating just as a whole because I'm pretty limited to doing anything, so it's annoying. But once again, I got to properly rest so I could be good for the future.
Yeah, and you haven't played since that October 1st game. Just do you ever look at the field and feel like, not in a disrespectful way, that the team could be a lot better with you in there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could definitely be a big help in there. But once again, I mean, I trust the other goalies that are behind me that are in the net right now. I have full trust in them. I have full support in them. So it's one of those things. I never like to be like that type of guy where it's like, oh, I want to be that guy. I want to be there. So yeah, I'm always going to be supportive of my teammates, and of course I want to be out there. But we're doing solid now. So whatever works, whatever to do to win, pretty much.
Yeah, and Henrik, he talked a lot about that Farmingdale game, and just looking, I said they allowed 19 shots. Well, you faced 19 shots, and you only allowed 3. How can your defense help you in that regard?
I mean, I don't know how many were on target, to be honest, because a lot of the shots, they're off target. So once again, it was good defense by them if they're shooting the ball off target. But it's just a lot of communication. We played on turf, and we play on grass fields here, so that was a little adjustment that we had to make. And it's just it's a big communication game with them. And once again, we got 3 young guys back there, and the 4th is Ash, our senior. So he's been doing it for 4 years now. But besides that, it's 3 new kids, and once again, I mean, end of the day, if the ball gets by me, I can't be pointing fingers. I gotta play my part in these games, and I let the ball in. Like, we just gotta talk it out, see what went wrong, and move on to the next. It's all about keeping your head up.
Yeah, and just on that topic of turf versus grass, are you a turf hater?
Honestly, I gotta say, as a goalie, diving on that grass it's rough. So I almost think I prefer the turf.
Yeah, also you had 9 saves against Mount St. Mary in the game where you guys lost 2-1. How did that loss feel?
Definitely rough, because we came into the conference. We already 1-0 in the conference, so this is our second conference game, and that was a pretty big one, because that would have put us up 2-0 in the conference. And once again, these little setbacks, they're going to lead for bigger comebacks at the end of the day. And we actually did come back. We scored our 1 goal in the 89th minute, I'm pretty sure. So having that, it showed a lot of grit and heart out of the team, just because we stayed fighting. We were down 2-0 pretty much like most of the second half, and we kept fighting, and we still managed to score a goal late in the game. So definitely showed a lot to set the standard at the beginning of the season. So I'm definitely proud of what the guys did.
Yeah, and, do you ever feel it being hard balancing being a student and an athlete, and maybe jobs as well?
Yeah, I have a job as well too. So I mean, it's all about time management. So I would say pretty much just like my first actual week of soccer, school, and work, that was probably the hard week, because I was just figuring it all out. I wanted to kind of jot everything down, see where I stood with time management and all that. And at the end of the day, like, once all you need is like just 1 or 2 weeks just to fully get everything down. And once again, like, my manager at my work, he's super lenient, and I'm super thankful for that, because I only really work like once a week now on the weekends, is when we have off from soccer, which is Sunday. So, and then with school, I'm taking 4 classes now, and honestly, it's simple. We have practice at 4:00 every day, games on Saturdays, honestly, for the most part, and I do morning classes, so I make sure to get all my work done in between that little gap of time. So definitely, it works out well. It's a lot of time management, and that's it.
Yeah, and I didn't get to ask Henrik that question as well. Do you ever find it hard balancing the two?
I think it's working out fine. I don't have too many classes, and we're not playing soccer more than like an hour or 2 every day. So I have a lot of time to get done with my homework outside soccer. Yeah.
Visit us on OWWRNY.org to get more OWWR Spotlight, Panthers on the Prowl. Like us on Facebook at OWWR. Follow us on X, Snapchat, and Instagram for at OWWRNY. Stay tuned.
This is OWWR Spotlight, Panthers on the Prowl, and I'm here with James Ackermann. Do you think your injury made you lose your spot?
I honestly, I'd have to say no. I feel like I've served my couple games that I played in. I feel like I held up pretty well in these games, and I feel like when I'm ready to come back, I feel like my coach is gonna have enough trust to put me back in there.
All right. What type of injury did you have?
I have a bruised rib. That's what they said. Yeah.
And so, did you try to play on it at all? Have you tried some activities with it?
Yeah. So the original injury, it happened in the first half of the Mount St. Mary game. So I played through the whole game, and even at that point, it was like hurting to even talk. So like as a goalie, you got to be loud and let your guys know what's going on. And I was real silent in that second half. But yeah, I tried to play through it. I sat out a couple practices after that game, and I felt like I was okay to do it. But then I dive to that side again, and then I feel it again. It hurts, and I'm like, oh boy. But I played pretty much, I played 4 games, and I did other 3 pretty much injured. So once again, no excuses to me letting in anything or messing up, because, I mean, it happens. But, definitely was a lingering, bothering thing that was on me for the last 3 games. So
it takes a lot of passion to play injured. And then especially, you're competing against these guys who are healthy, who are fully trained, they're good, and you're not. No excuses. You're still going out there. So, hey, hats off.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know you were a freshman last year, but do you also see any difference last year compared to this year?
I see a lot of competitiveness. I feel like that's what I see a lot, because I feel like these freshmen, they really brought that side to them, and they seem to like want it. Like when they're out there, I see they're gritty kids, and as a whole, we're like a real gritty, aggressive team. Like we're scrappy, and that's what I kind of like about this year. It's guys who we're here to win. Like once again, last year we're still coming in to win, but we trickled down early in the season, and that kind of led to us being more of like a funny, having a good time type of team rather than a let's win type of team. So, and the fact like we have a chance to make the playoffs this year, and I feel like I'm very certain that we will, and I'm really excited for that, because it's the next big step as a whole, as this program, because we're in, I think it's a 6-year playoff drought right now that we're in. So we gotta start making a difference, and I feel like with this team now we definitely can, because this is a skilled group with a lot of potential. So
yeah, and by trickle down, did your coach make some cuts?
I don't think he made any. I mean, he's done a lot of threats to kick a couple people off here and there about not showing up and a whole bunch of other things, not practicing seriously. But I think our coaches and captains, we all kind of put them in their place really early in the season. Like our coach, he kind of set the standard of like, if you're not here, the door's right there type of thing. So we kind of set that standard early in the season, and I feel like just about everyone's understanding of that, and they realize, especially as a freshman, you're new to this scene, and they picked up on it early. Like they understand what they got to do, and once again, if you can't do it or you don't want to do it, and once you get the door's right there, you could open it and leave yourself. So
and just being a goalie, you're only really as good as your defenders. Do you think your defenders this year are better?
Well, compared to last year?
Yeah.
I would say it's tight. I wouldn't. If I had to pick one, I really don't know who I would choose, because once again, it's a lot of talent. I would say maybe last year just more so for the fact that they had the experience on them.
Yeah.
But still, once again, like I'm not giving any shame to this year's group, because once again, I can't give enough props to those guys and what they did for me in those couple games I played in, because they stepped up big. And once again, like even them, like as they're younger than me, but they're still the ones picking me up sometimes too, even when I'm down. So I got to give props to that back line, because they're great kids. And once again, I mean, great, talented players, and they want it. And once again, last year's group, we wanted it too. And that back line full of seniors, they wanted it, because, it was there last year, but still came up a little short. But once again, I mean, great group on both ends, and especially the back line, both years.
Yeah, and do you just feel like this year's defenders have any aspects better than last year's? Like maybe they're stockier, maybe they're more skilled or faster?
I would say, I have to say aggression. I feel like we got a couple kids that they're not afraid to get hit. They're not afraid to hit somebody. Like they're ready to get down and get after it. And I would say last year they were stronger. I think we had strong. We had guys that could push someone out of the way. We have guys that shove someone. Like this year it's techie. It's like a techie group of guys. So it's fun. It's fun playing with them, because they're almost like playmakers out there. They're coming up the field. You have the backs that move up, and they're making passes left and right. And you got the center backs that are, once again, also making great plays and great ideas, and it's full of talent. That's really all it is.
Yeah, what were your guys' record last year?
In the conference, it was
2-9.
So definitely rough here.
We're off to a better start this year.
Yeah, how many conference wins do you guys have already?
4.
4.
3 or 4.
Oh, that's a big change.
Yeah, it is, and we look way better this year, and we're ready for the playoffs. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to the playoffs.
Yeah, so seeing that you guys actually have a great chance of making the playoffs, just looking at your enemies, opposite teams, I say, who do you think are you guys' biggest threats?
For the playoff spots, it's probably, I would think, Mount St. Mary is there. and Maritime. I think Farmingdale is going to lose every single game.
Mount St. Mary and Maritime. So just like what aspects of those teams do you think might make you guys struggle?
Maritime's schedule is easy, and Mount St. Mary is showing that they're good. They won against us, and you need to be a good team to beat us.
Yeah, and just you guys have played around 12 games. You guys have 4 more games. Just being a goalie, what do you want to see change in your defense?
Honestly, I mean, in game it's not too bad, and I'd have to say just practice. I would say at these practices we have to show that we want it. And after the Merchant Marine game in the locker room, we were kind of just speaking over what we got to do to become the next level, because we can't be at this level going into the playoffs, because we're going to be first team out. So it's the level of improvement that we need every single day that's going to get us to that next level. And we kind of just agreed, like everything starts in practice, and no matter how hard you go, like it depends at all. If you go soft in practice, you're probably going to be soft in the game. If you go hard in practice, you're going to be successful in the game. So it all starts on that practice field where we go at it. So yeah.
Yeah, and just off that injury, do you plan to make it back before the playoffs?
Right now, I think I got 2 more weeks left, and I think I might be ready just in time for our last game against Manhattanville. So I'm hoping I can get back for that, especially if that game will get us in or not. It's like I'm gonna do anything I can I'm gonna get out there and play.
We're all going to sacrifice our body for the playoffs.
Yeah, and as Manhattanville, is that an easy game?
Nah, they're coming off back-to-back Skyline championships. So once again, they definitely declined a little bit. But once again, I mean, you can't take those guys lightly, because they know what it's like to win. Like, they really know, and they definitely have a couple of returners that are back and doing their thing. So definitely can't take a team like them lightly.
Yeah, and just putting yourself in your coach's feet, do you think it'd be smart to just start the player coming off injury, or would you probably try to ride off the players already playing?
I would, if I was my coach, I would see how someone like me would be like feeling going into it. Because once again, we did it against St. Joe's. I didn't know if I was gonna be like ready to play that game, and I gotta say I kind of forced myself into that. I told them I was good when I really kind of wasn't, and I had a couple mistakes where the ball got by me. So it's one of those things. It's a lot of trust involved in it, but it's a process. So I got to see how he's feeling about it and what he wants to do. And once again, I fully believe in whatever he wants. So if he wants me out there, he'll put me out there. And then if he wants the other goalie in, like, just go for it. Whatever we could do to win.
Yeah, and that goalie that was in front of you, is he gonna make a return this year, or?
I'm unsure, because every time we kind of talk to him, it seems to be another week, it's pushing. But once again, I mean, you can't blame him, because he's going through something. He's got like liquid in his calf. It's something weird. So once again, he's got to take care of his own body first. So. And
is he junior?
He's a sophomore. He's
sophomore.
Yeah. He was in front of me last year, and even this year he came to the season in front of me. But he got hurt pretty early in the non-conference games, so that caused me to come in front and do whatever I could in the time that I was in before I got hurt.
Yeah, and just his first few games before he got injured, do you think they were better, or would you say you played a little better?
No, I would definitely say he played good, because once again, like, he's a really solid kid, and I'm really tight with him because I'm with him during practice, the whole time of practice pretty much, because we're the goalies. They go on the other side of the field to warm up and do everything. So it's I'm really tight with him, and he played great, because I'm not too sure what like his stats were, but I know he could perform. He could definitely perform, and I give credit to him, because he's a really good goalie. Yeah,
and I wouldn't say this is having any type of ego or anything, but would you say you're goalkeeper one, or?
I'm unsure, because even when I talked to Coach, like even when he brought it up a while ago, and he kind of just said it, it's like a 1A 1B type of thing, rather than like a this is my starter, this is my backup type of thing. Like whenever I used to talk to him, he was always kind of saying he was like, oh, I'm unsure, but going out there for the start of the season, he was putting out our other goalies. So I would say at first I was definitely like the backup, and once again, it's one of those things you just kind of have to. You have to embrace your role. I'm not going to sit there and cry about it and be like, oh, put me in. Like, you just got to – it takes time. And once again, I got my opportunity, and, it got cut short. by an injury, but I'm happy the opportunity even happened because a lot of people don't even get a chance. There's a lot of guys that are out there that sit on the bench pretty much like the whole game, and they'll never get a chance. So I'm like super happy and thankful that I got the chance, and I did what I could in the time. And once again, I'm just gonna keep cheering on whoever else is in that net, pretty much.
Yeah, and just question to both you guys. You only have 4 games left. Are there any freebies?
I think I think we're gonna win all of them, but I'm real confident when we play what are the 2 teams? Sarah Lawrence, we're gonna play them. I think we should destroy them.
Purchase.
And then Purchase. I think we should definitely destroy those 2 teams. And those are like my confident 2-team locks for beating.
I think that's the 2 games we won last year. So, yeah, I think we're going to playoff this year.
Wait, would you say you're like everyone else got better, or would you say you guys have come out more on top?
I honestly think it's like a conference-wide thing. We heard in the preseason that there's a lot of coaching changes that went on, a lot of players going here, players going there, a lot of transfers. So honestly, like this year, we got told a lot that this is anyone's conference. I feel like every year there's usually kind of like a team or 2 that's like okay, like they're probably gonna be the top dogs. But this year, I mean, no one knew what was gonna happen. We like St. Joe's LI. We played a great game against them, and they finished second in the conference, or they're always top in the conference every year. So it's anyone's conference, and I feel like we're doing a pretty good job holding up our own. So yeah.
We were predicted to be, or we were ranked second to last in the preseason. Yeah, so I think no one really knew about how good we can be, and I think we're gonna see that in the last couple of games before the playoffs.
I mean, everybody loves the underdog story.
Yes, sir.
All right, we would like to thank James Ackermann and Henrik A. Ropstad. I'd like to thank Muhamed Doucoure for being a great interviewer. I want to thank Max and everybody at the sports staff. I want to thank everybody at the radio station, including Mr. Joseph Manfredi. You get more OWWR Spotlight by visiting OWWR.org. Like us, follow us on X, Snapchat, Instagram at OWWRNY. Listen and be heard.